Right now, your psyche is trying to tell you something. Maybe it's in the pattern you keep repeating, or in the creative block that just won't budge, in the reoccurring dream you keep having, or in the relating that's mirroring back to you that something is still yet unresolved. Most of us have learned to ignore these whispers, but if you're ready to finally listen, then this video is for you. I'm going to explain what Jungian coaching actually is and how it differs from traditional coaching or therapy. And stick around for the second half because I'm going to share with you a little bit about how I went from being intellectually bright but completely disconnected and numb inside to really feeling fully alive and like my life is rich with meaning and purpose. By the end, you'll know if this approach might be what you've been searching for. So let's dive in. So welcome. My name is Amy Colibri. I'm a Jungian coach, and I work with people who are done with surface level fixes and who are ready to go deep within themselves. On this channel, I talk about all things Jungian psychology, integration, embodiment, a bit of my own individuation documentation. And I know this is going to sound wild, but I'm going to be sharing more on partnering with AI for deep inner work. If you're curious about any of that, definitely hit subscribe. So what is Jungian coaching? Jungian coaching is based on the psychology of C.G. Jung, Carl Jung, the famous Swiss psychiatrist who founded analytical psychology. Coaching, traditional coaching, the definition is to partner with the client in a thought-provoking and creative way to maximize their personal and professional potential. So Jungian coaching is this, but it's rooted in a Jungian view of life. And at the heart of Jungian psychology is Carl Jung's idea of individuation. Individuation is the process of becoming who we truly are, the natural process of life, of getting closer and closer and closer to the true version of ourselves. Jungian psychology is based on the idea that there is something within us that knows the way, that we have an innate intelligence within us that is made of us, that is companioning us towards our individuation. So Jungian coaching is about honoring the client's individuation process and helping the client to hear or begin to dialogue with this inner guide. And the Jungian perspective is not pathologizing in any sense. As a Jungian coach, we don't see symptoms, patterns, or areas of stuckness as problems to be fixed. We see them as invitations from the psyche or the guide within towards living more authentically. Our ego is our conscious identity, our conscious sense of self, the I, the part of us that says, I am like this and I want this. The ego seeks comfort, safety, and control. And we need our ego to function in the world, but it's not the whole story. In Jungian coaching, we work with this ego-self axis. In healthy development, the ego learns to serve something greater than itself, rather than insist on its own agenda. So the goal of Jungian coaching is to strengthen the relationship between these two, the client's ego and the client's self, and to empower the client with tools and the perspective to carry on doing this on their own after the coaching container is complete. In order to really understand what Jungian coaching is and does, it helps to have a grasp of a few Jungian core concepts. I've already spoken to individuation and the ego and the ego-self access. I think I've mentioned psyche a few times, so I want to make a distinction. The psyche is the totality of a person's emotional and intellectual inner worlds. And it also is the totality of that person's conscious and unconscious worlds. And so as Jungian coaches or Jungian psychologists, we work a lot with the unconscious material in the psyche. And this is also where the self resides. And this is where dreams come from. Our dream maker is giving us messages from our unconscious. Our unconscious is that which we are not aware of. It's not something that is bad or dark or evil. It is just that which we do not know. And in order to become more whole, we need to bring more awareness to the unconscious and integrate it with the conscious. Becoming more whole involves integrating the conscious parts of ourselves with the unconscious parts of ourselves. We really pay attention to images and symbols because the psyche speaks in images and symbols. Dreams, reoccurring patterns, creative blocks, bodily sensations, these are all ways that the unconscious communicates. So we work with dreams, images, the body's wisdom, whatever is emerging during that session. We might work with tarot. I love tarot cards. They are rich with images and symbols as well. And we take these things seriously as guidance. When you're triggered or stuck, we don't just look at the surface pattern. We trace it back. Where did this come from? How has it served you? And what are you resisting? Then we ask, what is the deeper invitation? What is the soul's wish here? What is the summons to wholeness? If this is resonating with you so far, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps me out and helps other people find this content. Thanks so much. Now, how does Jungian coaching differ from conventional coaching and therapy? As you can probably sense by now, Jungian coaching is not about reaching ego-driven goals. Conventional coaching helps you achieve what you think you want, more career success, better habits, certain outcomes. And Jungian coaching asks, is this what your ego wants or what your self is calling you towards? We are interested in finding meaning, not just achievement. Jungian coaching definitely recognizes that the past matters and will often ask questions. We're deeply curious about a client's past and childhood environment, but we're more so focused on understanding the past to figure out what is trying to emerge now and what needs to happen next. So therapy is more focused on the past and present, and Jungian coaching is more focused on the present and the future. A Jungian coach treats you as whole and intelligent. You are not broken, nor are you malfunctioning. Your symptoms are communications, not problems. We are partnering with an intelligence that is already inside of you. And again, we work with our clients as partners. It is an equal relationship because I am not an expert in anybody else's life but my own. You are the expert of your own life. I bring my curiosity, my Jungian perspective and tools, and my own life experience to the table. And you bring your own life experience and energy to transform to the table. So in that way, we meet as equals. I am not the expert or guide. You have your own inner guide. And last, with Jungian coaching, the approach is short-term, but it is deep. Therapy is typically long-term, and you can be working together for many years. So here's the truth. You already contain a guide within you, an intelligence that knows the path towards your wholeness. But most of us have lost the ability to hear it. We've been taught to override the signals of the psyche, to push through exhaustion, to ignore the reoccurring dream, to silence the patterns that keep on repeating. It's not easy. The psyche often asks us to face things that we've been avoiding, to include things that we have been excluding, to learn to hold things in paradoxes instead of finding the quick, easy answers. We are each a complex human being. It's important to learn to honor this complexity in ourselves and in our lives. If this resonates with you and you're curious about exploring Jungian coaching for yourself, I'm currently taking on a limited number of introductory rate clients. I'd love to connect with you on a free 15-minute call to see if we might be a good fit for each other. And there will be a link posted below in the description if there are still spots available. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really helps me out. And also subscribe for more content on Jungian psychology, healing and transformation, and tools for self-growth. And drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear what resonated most for you. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!